Hello guys, this is Dr. Palaniappan Manickam. In this video, we're going to talk about how do you know you have fat around your heart increasing the risk of heart attack, and if so, what is the mechanism of burning fat and my 4 hacks to burn fat. Let's dive deep into it. If you think you got anything out of this video, please do not subscribe. Please consider donating to our non-profit organization called Aishwaryam Trust in Madurai. We take care of hospice patients who cannot walk, talk or move and who require 24/7 nursing assistance. We provide food, shelter and medical care completely free of cost. Please check the link in the description. If you are living in US, you could consider donation to Vanna Malagal Foundation so that your donation can be tax deductible. The website for Vanna Malagal Foundation is in the description as well. So the biggest problem among Southeast Asian people, especially Indian men and women, is they don't look obese, they don't look overweight. Most of the fat is deposited around the belly. So body mass index is a waste of a number. So in most of the people, the body mass index will be normal, but there will be an increased risk of heart disease because of the fat inside the body. That's why I tell all my patients not to go by BMI. My friend Saravanakumar is thinking that BMI stands for Biryani Mass Index. So the first step is don't get fooled by your weight. First thing you should do is to take an inch tape, measure around your belly button. If it is more than 80 centimeters in women, more than 90 centimeters in men, there is some kind of fat around your inner organs, including heart, liver, pancreas, intestine. And if it is more than 90 in women and more than 100 in men, there is significant amount of fat reaching the criteria for obesity. So let's say you escape this test. I have another test for you. It is called waist to hip ratio. Waist circumference is a measurement around your belly button and hip circumference is the measurement around the widest part of your buttocks. So if you divide the waist circumference by hip circumference, you get a number, and if it is more than 0.90 in men and more than 0.85 in women, you are at increased risk of inner fat probably surrounding your heart as well, increasing the risk of heart disease. My friend Saravakumar's wife Tirupura Sundari is asking for gender equality. She wants to increase the waist to hip ratio for women to more than 0.90 as well. Yama. Gender equality. If you pass in any of these two tests, congratulations, you have some fat inside your body which is not visible outside, and this fat is called inner fat or visceral fat, which is the most important risk factor for heart disease leading to heart attack. So when I was measuring 100 kilos, my waist circumference was 104 centimeters, but I did not look that much obese. My main problem was my belly looked like a volcano made of biryani, and if it erupts, it will spit out parota salna. Once you figured out that you have some kind of inner fat, the second step is to understand the mechanism of burning this fat. There is an enzyme called lipase which breaks down the fat into smaller fatty acids, comes out of the cells to be used for energy. The most important tool in stimulating this lipase level is your neurons, the nervous system. The neurons are connected from the brain into the fat cells, and when gets stimulated at the right time, it burns fat for you. That's why when you are on a low calorie diet, you are forced to stimulate this nervous system burning fat, using that as a source of energy. And at the same time, when you exercise, you are stimulating the nervous system directly, burning fat, and that's why they say diet and exercise plays a key role in burning fat. My friend Saravakumar is saying, I will not diet, I will not do any exercise, but I want to lose weight. The only way that can happen is somebody else step on his weighing scale. I'm going to discuss about 4 important hacks besides diet and exercise to make sure that your metabolic rate is high, so that your body is primed up. So whenever you diet or you do exercise, the outcome is doubled. Sleep is one of the most important tool to stimulate this nervous system. When you get good quality of 7 to 8 hours of sleep, all these neurons are getting rested overnight. So when you wake up in the morning, it is very active, burning all the fat that is possible for you. Looking at your phone at night can cause you weight gain. A study shows that if you sleep for 7 to 8 hours a day, you can control your appetite better, that people actually eat 270 calories less in a given day. You need to lose 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound of fat. So if you lose 270 calories per day, you will lose 1 pound of fat in 13 days if you sleep properly. My friend Saravana Kumar's wife Tirupura Sundari shouts at him, "Wake up, why are you sleeping like Kumbhakarna?" He replies without opening his eyes, "Don't disturb, I am in a weight loss program." For this sleep, we need the hormone melatonin. The main problem I see is many people scroll our phones before going to bed. The phones emit blue light. One bout of blue light stimulates your eyes and delays the melatonin secretion by 90 minutes, so you are losing some precious sleep time. Once my friend SK's wife Tirupura Sundari opened the bedsheet and saw my friend Saravana Kumar watching my reels, and she scolded him that Dr. Paul pecha kettu paala poiting. To avoid this, if you cannot keep your phone away for at least 1 hour before going to bed, at least change the color tint to red filters. Search color filters on your iPhone, choose color tint and increase the intensity to the maximum so that you'll have a red background, decreasing the blue light exposure. For rare occurrences, the phrase is once in a blue moon. If you watch phone at night, you'll put on weight, and the phrase will be tons in a blue phone. So I always tell my patients, please stay away from any kind of electronic devices, phone, iPad, laptop, even LED lights, at least 1 hour before going to bed. Everybody's house should be like the 5-star hotel where everybody is sitting in the dark and there will be only one light on the dining table. Exactly the same situation, but you can be at home. Another biggest tip I always tell my patient is that when you wake up in the middle of the night for any reason, let's say you need to go to the restroom or you need to change your diapers for your kid, I'm talking about my personal story, but in case if you need to wake up in the middle of the night, please don't look your phone for time. If you want to look for time, please have a physical alarm clock or a physical clock so you could look at. Don't ever open up the phone to look for time. So now we know that sleep stimulates the neurons to burn fat, so it is absolutely important to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Let's go on to the next hack, which is essential fatty acids. You might have known that our nerves and neurons are made up of fatty acids, mainly good fats. Our neurons are made up of fats, and it needs a particular kind of fats called essential fatty acids to work properly to burn fat. These fats are called essential fatty acids because we don't produce them in the body. It has to be obtained through diet. I told my patient Arokya Sami that walnuts will provide essential fatty acids. That's why he sprays walnuts over his Walls ice cream. Of this, the most important essential fatty acid is omega-3 fatty acids. If we can keep the intake to more than 3 grams per day, our neurons work better to burn fat. I'm glad that omega adds value in fat loss, but the constant omega that I learned in mathematics did not add any value in my life. It only caused constant irritation. Walnuts are a wonderful source of omega-3 fatty acids. 10 walnuts around 30 grams per day will give you the daily requirement. Other sources include fatty fish like salmon, chia seeds or avocados. Remember, walnuts are high in calories, so we cannot overdo this. My friend Saravana Kumar eats walnuts like an IPL 2020 match. You should play it like the Rahul Dravid in a test match, adding walnuts to your diet slowly and consistently. So we talked about two things: good quality sleep and adding foods containing essential fatty acids in your diet like walnuts. The third hack is building your gut microbiome, which in turn will stimulate these neurons burning fat. As you all know, the intestine is mixed with good and bad bacteria. There are trillions of bacteria. Our job is to make sure that we promote good bacteria and decrease the population of bad bacteria. I keep emphasizing that our gut is the second brain. It controls the neurons. It will also stimulate the good neurons if we have good bacteria in the gut, stimulating fat loss. Buttermilk is a fermented dairy product which is formed when milk is churned into butter. It contains live cultures of lactic acid bacteria. My friend Saravana Kumar drinks glasses of buttermilk when political party serves it for free on the road during summer months. He votes for the party which gives him more buttermilk. In addition to promoting good gut bacteria, it also contains phosphorus, potassium, vitamin B12 and riboflavin. So try to include at least 2 servings per day, especially during summer summer months. In Tamil Nadu, the highly used sentence inside a marriage hall is Ane, more irukka? Those days it was always part of the menu, but now the more is served less. It's very easy to make buttermilk. All you need is fresh mint leaves, coriander leaves, roasted cumin powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, half an inch of fresh peeled ginger. Pour water and blend until smooth. My patient Arogyasamy drinks buttermilk daily, but the problem is he has a big mustache. It filters all the ingredients. His mustache has more good gut bacteria than his stomach. So now we have 3 hacks. Good quality sleep, adding walnuts and drinking buttermilk will increase the metabolic rate and will prime your body for weight loss or fat loss when you are doing diet and exercise. Let's move on to the 4th hack. In our channel, we have been focusing on fat loss and we have been targeting fat loss as a hormonal problem and not a calorie problem. So that's why we have been focusing on circadian rhythm, cortisol, insulin and all hormones. Of these hormones, the most important thing is your thyroid hormone. That's why if you see people with hypothyroidism or taking thyroxine supplements, they are usually on the heavier side because of the low metabolic rate. Selenium is very crucial for your thyroid gland. Many people who are diagnosed with hypothyroidism or taking thyroxine supplements are usually on the heavier side because their metabolic rate is very low. One of the main nutrients that helps in maintaining the thyroid level activity and metabolism is selenium. This is a trace mineral and the daily requirement is only 55 micrograms per day. For patients with hypothyroidism, they can take up to 400 micrograms per day. My patient Arogyasamy is a software engineer who works with selenium tool. He says, the only time I don't think about selenium is while eating, doctor. Next, are you going to suggest foods rich in vitamin C++? Brazil nuts is a particular kind of nuts which is rich in selenium. One Brazil nut contains 75 micrograms of selenium. It is absolutely important not to go overboard. 2 to 3 Brazil nuts per day will be suffice. My patient Arogyasamy doesn't like Brazil nuts. He prefers betel nuts. He places the betel nut in the center of the betel leaf and makes it look like a Brazil flag. Fish, egg, milk, yogurt, sunflower seeds and mushrooms are other rich sources of selenium. My friend Sarvanakumar is saying, "Day, I have seen selenium only in the periodic table, What next? Should I eat plutonium?" I was like, no one can heal him. Let me summarize this for you. The first step is to find out whether you have inner fat or not by using those 2 equations that I gave you. And number 2, understanding the mechanism of how nervous system is helping in burning your fat. And number 3, the top 4 hacks besides diet and exercise so that your metabolic rate is higher, your body is primed so that when you diet and exercise, the outcome will be doubled. Please write down in the comment section which of the 4 hacks you are using already. Remember, one belly at a time. It is absolutely important. I will see you in the next video. Bye.